Okay, imagine everything you thought you knew about the universe. Well, imagine that needing a serious rethink.
Uh-huh.
Is our cosmos, the only one? Or are we just maybe one tiny bubble floating in some infinite cosmic sea?
That's the core question, isn't it?
It is. And today, we're diving deep into a concept that's really, truly jumped from, pure sci-fi into actual serious scientific discussion, the multiverse.
Yeah, it's fascinating how it's gained traction.
So our mission here is to kind of unpack the key ideas, the big concepts, and honestly, the profound implications behind this whole multiverse thing. And it's all rooted in physics we already kind of trust.
Right. Established physics.
It really challenges our basic understanding of reality. Frankly, it's thrilling. Okay, let's start peeling back some layers.
Let's do it.
So, to even start thinking about the multiverse, we probably need to get a handle on some basic concepts, right? Ideas that seem to keep pointing towards it.
Exactly. And what's fascinating here is how these different theories, seemingly unrelated, they seem to converge on this possibility.
Okay, like what?
Take cosmic inflation, this idea from physicist Alan Guth. It suggests that right after the Big Bang, our universe didn't just expand, it expanded exponentially, like way faster than light speed for a fraction of a second.
Right, the super rapid expansion phase.
Exactly. Now, here's where it gets really interesting for the multiverse idea. This incredibly rapid, maybe chaotic inflation. It probably wouldn't stop neatly, creating just our universe.
Oh, okay.
It could potentially keep going in other regions, creating countless bubble universes, each one pinching off, forming its own separate space-time, maybe even with its own distinct laws of physics.
Oh, so our whole universe is just one bubble.
Effectively, yeah. One bubble in this vast, possibly infinite multiverse foam. Think of it like bubbles in a foam bath, maybe mostly separate, but all part of this bigger structure.
Okay, so cosmic inflation gives us one potential pathway, these separate bubbles. But what about other angles? I know quantum mechanics gets pretty weird. Does that play into it?
Oh, absolutely. That brings us to the many worlds interpretation.
Many worlds, okay.
Hugh Everett proposed this back in 1957. So in quantum mechanics, you have these situations where a particle exists in multiple states at once until you measure it, right? Then it seems to choose one state.
The whole Schrodinger's cat thing, kind of? Dead and alive until you look?
Sort of, yes.
Yeah.
But Everett said, what if it doesn't choose? What if, at that decision point, the universe splits? Every single quantum possibility actually happens, but each one happens in a separate parallel reality.
Whoa, hold on. So every tiny quantum event creates whole new universes.
That's the interpretation. I mean, it's staggering. Think about it. Every choice you ever made, or didn't make, maybe there's an alternate version of you living out that other path in a parallel universe.
That's existentially overwhelming just to think about. Different versions of me. Okay. And then there's string theory, right? The theory of everything. Does that fit?
Yeah. String theory offers yet another way you might get a multiverse. This is through its brane world idea. Branes are short for membranes.
Branes, like sheets.
Kind of, yeah. Think of our entire three-dimensional universe as maybe being just one of these branes, like a vast sheet floating within a larger, higher dimensional space. Sometimes called the bulk.
Okay. I'm trying to picture that.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But the theory suggests there could be other branes, other universes, maybe parallel to ours in this higher dimension. Perhaps incredibly close, but undetectable because we're sort of stuck in our brain. Each brain a whole separate universe.
So we have inflation bubbles, quantum splits, and now parallel cosmic sheets. Multiple paths.
Exactly. Different physics, same potential outcome.
Multiple universes. You mentioned these universes could be really different, maybe different laws. That makes me wonder about our universe.
It seems so. Well,
Yeah.
perfectly set up for life, doesn't it? The physical constants, the forces, they're all just right.
Ah, yes. The fine-tuning problem. It does look suspiciously tailor-made. And that leads us to the anthropic principle.
Right. How does that connect to the multiverse?
Well, the anthropic principle is less of an explanation and more of an observation, really. It basically says, of course we observe the universe to be fine-tuned for life, because if it weren't, we wouldn't be here to observe it.
Okay, that makes sense.
But connect that to the multiverse. If there are countless universes out there in this cosmic foam, or as quantum branches or parallel branes, most of them probably are totally lifeless. Maybe their constants are wrong, they collapse instantly, or whatever.
So we just happen to be in one of the universes where things did work out for life. Precisely. It becomes a kind of selection effect. We could only possibly find ourselves in a universe compatible with our own existence. It removes the need for our universe to be uniquely special or designed. It's just one of the ones that could support observers.
It's a neat, if slightly unsettling idea. But okay, let's address the elephant in the room. All these ideas are compelling, but they sound, well, almost philosophical. If we can't see or test these other universes, is this really science?
Right. That's the absolutely crucial criticism. And it raises a really important question about what constitutes science. Critics definitely argue that if it's untestable, it's metaphysics, not physics. It's beyond observation.
So just speculation then?
Well, the counterargument from proponents is this. If our best, most well-tested theories like cosmic inflation, like quantum mechanics, if they naturally predict or strongly suggest multiverses as a consequence, then maybe we should take that prediction seriously, even if we can't directly test it yet.
Like predicting something mathematically before you can build the experiment.
Exactly. A lot of theoretical physics starts there. The math points somewhere. And sometimes it takes decades for observation or experiment to catch up. So lack of current proof isn't necessarily a reason to dismiss it out of hand if the underlying theories are solid. It's a debate that's very much alive.
Okay, so putting the testability debate aside for a moment.
Yeah.
Let's say the multiverse is real. What does that actually mean for us? What are the big, profound implications? What's the takeaway?
Well, if we really connect this to the bigger picture, it's reality shattering, honestly. First, it could mean that basically anything that can happen does happen somewhere in some universe.
Every possibility plays out.
Every possibility. Your other self living that other life, that becomes a real possibility. Second, those fundamental laws of physics we cherish. They might just be local bylaws. They could be totally different in other universes.
Our universal constants aren't so universal?
Maybe not. Just specific to our bubble or our brain. Third, it means we are profoundly not alone. Not just maybe life elsewhere in our universe, but entire other universes existing alongside ours.
That really changes our place in the cosmos.
Fundamentally, it challenges the idea that our universe is unique or special. We go from being the universe to just a universe. One tiny part of a potentially infinite, vastly more complex reality. It completely reframes our cosmic significance or lack thereof.
Wow. Okay. The multiverse. It really does remain one of the most mind-expanding ideas in science today. Still unproven, of course, but the theories behind it offer this incredible lens to think about existence itself.
Absolutely. It pushes the boundaries of thought.
So are we just some cosmic accident, or maybe just one single thread woven into this immense, almost unimaginable cosmic tapestry? It really makes you wonder, as we keep exploring, keep testing the limits, maybe our universe isn't the whole story. Maybe it's just the beginning.
A very exciting and humbling thought.
Definitely something to keep pondering.